Hello, good people. This is Sherry, owner and designer for Sherika Originals Handcrafted Gifts. And today I am working on an aluminum wire necklace. Yesterday I made a pair of earrings, and this necklace is going to go with those earrings. I have my 12 gauge aluminum wire, my ball peen hammer, my my steel block, and 3 pairs of pliers, my flat nose, my round nose, and my cutters. And I have this cording that I'm going to use, and I have a dowel and a little glass bottle that I'm going to use to shape roundness. All right, let's go. I'm going to pull out probably about 8 inches or so of wire, and I'm going to cut 3 pieces of 8 inches each of my wire. This design is very organic in that I just bend the wire the way that I feel at the moment. So you don't have to do it exactly the way I do it. Just kind of bend the wire and let the wire tell you which way it wants to go. You're going to make a loop on each end because you're going to need that to connect the pieces. This is going to be a 3-piece necklace. Now I'll make some jump rings. I'm going to use this dowel to make some pretty large jump rings that will go to connect this necklace. And I don't know how many I'll need, so I'm going to make several. You wind your wire around your dowel, and then you'll use your pliers to cut them one by one. Now that I've got my jump rings, I'm going to use my ball peen hammer and my steel block to hammer the wire. It puts a great little design in it, and it also hardens it so that the wire is not so soft and bendable. This aluminum wire is very flexible, and that's what makes it easy to work with. But once you get something made, you want to do what they call work hardening it, and that is when you hammer it on a steel block. Now I'm going to use my jump rings to connect my pieces. And you'll notice that when you cut the jump rings, one end of it is sharp and the other end is not so sharp. So I use my pliers to cut off the sharp end because I want the ends to be flush so that it can go together, stay together better. Now, there's one thing that I didn't show you that I should have showed you. On each end, you need to turn the end so that the jump rings can fit on and lay flat. Because I didn't turn my ends, I had to take it apart and turn the ends and put the jump rings back on it. That's what I mean by I didn't tell you this part. Now I'm going to apply my cording. I didn't have my camera on when I was when I was attaching the cording to the necklace, but I just made a loop and then I wrapped the wire around the loop. I have a hard time with that, so it's probably best that you didn't see me struggling with it. So here I'm tying a knot at the end of each cord because this is just going to be a tie cord. So, and then I'm going to get my lighter and burn each end of it to kind of secure it. And here we are. This is easy to do and it looks very elegant and professional. So it's another good good project for a beginner if you're beginning your jewelry making. experience. Also, there's a separate video where I made these earrings, so if you're interested, check it out. I'll try to put a link to it in the description. All right, good people, this is Sherry. You know the drill. Please like, share, do all the comments. Thank you so much for your time and your attention and your comments and everything that you do. All right, good people. This is Sherry saying, as always, be blessed.